Kia ora, we've already seen plenty of rainfall feeding on towards the western coast of the South Island. You can see on these charts there's a fair amount of cloud streaming in from the Tasman Sea. Beneath that, the heavy rainfall, and we have got that red severe weather warning out through Western, as well as warnings right the way up that western coast of the South Island. And as we head in towards the weekend, we'll find that some of that rainfall moves up towards places like the Taurua Range, Mount Taranaki, and for the end of the weekend, another system is set to bring some heavy rain in towards Tairafiti. As we go through the rest of this afternoon, we'll carry on seeing that rainfall feeding in towards Fiordland and Westland. Some heavy falls, some thunderstorms, some really intense bursts of rain. Driven along with that, some strong northwesterly winds, pushing that rainfall in towards the eastern side as well. Some stronger wind watches out for parts of Fiordland and the Canterbury High Country through Friday afternoon. You can find some of those thunderstorms making their way across in towards the east as well. For the North Island, if you're looking for dry weather down towards those southern parts and out towards the east, generally a bit more cloud up north and some showers developing it through this afternoon. But I think for the most of us, the story will be that heavy rainfall on the western coast. Now we have got this red severe weather warning. Rainfall amounts could still be another 350 to 500 millimetres of rain on top of what we've already seen so far. So there is still more rain to come through Friday up into towards those ranges of western, but that rain will feed down towards the rivers. Some heavy rain, some flooding and some dangerous river conditions there. You can see, though, we have got a heavy rain warning as well for Fiordland, those headwaters of Otago and Canterbury lakes and rivers, also up towards the Grey District and in towards Bulla. Watches as well for those northern parts of Tasman, and as we head in towards Saturday morning for Mount Taranaki and the Taurua District. So there is still plenty happening as we head through the rest of this afternoon. Out towards the east, it's a drier story, but it's a very, very hot one. We're looking at highs back to around about 31 degrees Celsius. Overnight tonight, you can see that rain continues to pile in towards Westland, and so we are going to find it's a wet night there as that rain continues to move northwards. On the North Island, more clouds down towards the likes of Wellington and the Kapiti coast, and then we'll keep hold of a few showers in through places like Waikato, Waitomo, and in towards the Central Plateau. Generally drier, though, out towards this eastern side. It's still a very warm, very muggy, very humid air mass that sits over us, and that's reflected by our nighttime temperatures. 21 degrees Celsius, our minimum temperature for Christchurch as we go through in towards Saturday morning. So it will be a very warm night tonight, leading to a hot day tomorrow. And across the North Island, widely 19, 20, 21 degrees Celsius, and even down in the far southern parts of the country, we're looking at a very mild night as well. As we head in towards Saturday, this front takes its time, but does clear away. We'll find those warnings on that western coast staying till around about 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. But you can see it does weaken away, and it does linger just to the north, but doesn't make much headway towards parts of the northern parts of the country. We'll find some better, brighter weather from Northland right the way across towards Gisborne at Tairafti, generally a better day up through there. These showers, though, springing up through the Central Plateau and across those southern parts of Hawke's Bay, could well be heavy and thundery as we head through the afternoon there, but it's definitely an improving story for the South Island on Saturday. Let's start off on the North Island. We'll find generally the best of the weather from Northland, Auckland, and across towards the Bear Plenty. Those showers should clear away. We'll find a touch more cloud feeding up from the south as this front runs in, and we'll always keep more cloud around the likes of the Tauruas and up in towards Taranaki, and that rain just spreading up as well. So we are going to find a bit of a cloudy and a wet end to the day, but the heaviest rainfall will be with those showers that spring up with the daytime heating through places like Taumarunui and across in towards Taihape and down in towards the likes of the southern parts of Hawke's Bay, northern parts of Wairarapa, those showers through the afternoon. It's going to be a hot day as well on that eastern coast. Temperatures are rising back to around about 31 degrees Celsius in Napier and Hastings, a hot day there. And you can see again overnight, Saturday into Sunday, we keep hold of that warm, humid air, and it stays very warm right the way through the night time as well. Start of Wellington Anniversary Day, we are going to find a bit of a cloudy day through Wellington and spells of rain on and off. Very warm though, 23 degrees Celsius. The good news for the long weekend for Wellington, things that should get better and brighter as we head towards Sunday. Down on the South Island, we have got that heavy rain to start a day through Westland up in towards Bulla and even those northern parts of the Tasman district. It will ease off as we head through the daytime, but you can see we've still got some showers pushing on towards that western side as we go through in towards the afternoon. Generally drier, bright and sunnier out towards the eastern side of the Southland, and hot as well. We'll find those temperatures climbing once again to around about 30, even 32 degrees Celsius for Christchurch. And again, look at those nighttime temperatures. It's not as warm as the night before, but it will be a very warm looking story. So we are going to find an improving day on Saturday, but we have got that heavy rainfall still with us, particularly on that western coast as we go through Friday. Now, as we go through the next couple of days, we are also going to be looking at fire risk increasing, especially around those eastern sides of the country. We've got all that drier weather out through parts of the eastern side, and with those high temperatures starting to add all those ingredients together. So do keep a very close eye on there. Not just for the eastern coast, places like Manawatu and across towards Whanganui, starting to find the moderate risk of fire danger for you as well. As we head down towards the Southland, you can see how that risk is increasing for parts of Marlborough, down in towards Canterbury, particularly in towards the Mackenzie country, and even down towards some of the Scrubland, down across those southern parts of Southland as well. So well worth keeping an eye on the forecast for your area. Don't forget, you can always find out how the fire danger is looking by going to checkitsallright.nz before you do your outdoor activities. As we head in towards the rest of the weekend, we're going to be taking a look at the weather up towards the more northern parts of the country. This next area of low pressure, that's what's going to bring some heavy rainfall in towards the likes of Tairafti, Gisborne, the Bay of Plenty, as we head towards the end of the weekend. So that overnight Sunday into Monday. Remember that final weather watch area we had? That's for heavy rainfall overnight Sunday into Monday across those more northern and eastern parts of the country. You can see as this low pressure sinks closer towards us, some more wet weather coming through there. Another burst of rain for that western coast. So it is looking like a fairly active end to the month. Do keep a very close eye on the forecast. As always, you can find all the latest information, updates on those watches, those warnings, and the forecast for your area at metservice.com.